911, what is the location of your emergency?
4748 France Court, apartment 3.
Is this a police or medical?
My boyfriend is dead.
Okay, send the line for the fire department. Do not hang up.
Tell me exactly what happened there.
My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I put him in a suitcase and we were playing. And
Okay.
like kind of hide and seek kind of thing. So I fell asleep and I woke up and he was dead in the suitcase. So I don't know what happened.
All right. Is he awake at all? Is he conscious at all?
No, he's purple.
Is he breathing?
No.
On the 23rd of February 2020, at a home in Winter Park, Florida, a night of drinking and playing hide and seek turns deadly. Let's get into the story of George Torres Jr. 42-year-old Sarah Boone and her boyfriend 42-year-old George Torres Jr. were drinking Chardonnay and playing games at their Florida home. Sarah claims after doing some arts, crafts and painting, they decided to play hide and seek, to which George picked the suitcase to hide in.
I just got here, so fill me in.
No problem. Like, he and I were putting a puzzle together. We've been doing some artwork together.
You are putting a puzzle together?
Yes, we have a puzzle that we started in there.
Okay.
We've been doing art, trying to take the stuff off the wall to make new art put up there, like having a good time with one another. But we're drinking. We had a bottle of wine last night.
Okay.
So then it's like, we decided to play hide and seek, right?
Okay.
So he gets in the suitcase, okay?
Who is this guy?
That's my ex-husband, my former husband.
How did he live here with you guys?
No, I called him over here.
Okay, okay.
I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
So then he came over here.
Here, let's talk in private, okay?
I called you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I tried giving you CPR. The problem is I fell asleep. I fell asleep.
When did you do CPR?
This morning, when I found it.
Before you called?
Yes!
It's 1 o'clock right now.
I tried. I was awake, but I actually got out of the bed at like 12:30ish, whatever. So I came downstairs, and I was like, oh, he's in the suitcase still. That's when I found him, and I took him out, and I tried doing CPR, and then I called him, and then I called you guys.
Did he get here before the fire department got here?
Who?
Your husband? Or your ex-husband?
Yes.
Okay. Where does he live at?
Right down the street.
Okay. So you were playing and who zipped him up in
I did, but then I fell asleep.
Okay. You're okay. I wasn't here. I'm just trying to figure out what
I
happened.
fell asleep, so I don't know if he suffocated or like had an aneurysm or a heart attack or
What kind of medical conditions did he have?
None that I know of.
Nothing that you know of.
None
You
that I
didn't take
know
any
of.
medicine
No.
last night?
No.
medicine?
All we had was a bottle of wine. Literally, just a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Doing puzzle artwork. Then we decided to play hide and seek. That's all that happened.
Okay.
So I don't know if he had a heart attack or what in there. Like, I don't know what happened.
So how long were you doing CPR on him prior to you calling 911? You tried that all morning?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I called him while I was
What
doing
time
CPR.
did you...
Sarah tells the officer she ended up going to bed and passing out and didn't wake up until the next morning. She was awake for a while and thought George was on the computer looking for work. George was still inside the suitcase. Sarah claims she wandered around the house looking for him before realising she didn't let him out of the suitcase. She had to use a paperclip to open and shut the suitcase as the zip was broken, and after opening it back up, she was faced with George's purple and lifeless body. She immediately called her ex-husband Brian, who lived in the area, and he told her to call 911.
You've been calling your ex-wife or current wife?
Yes.
Okay.
No, ex-wife. We've
Okay.
been divorced about a year and a half.
About
About 11:30 is when I started calling to find out this is supposed to be her day.
Give
So,
me
her child.
764, please.
Okay.
She's generally not very good about always doing it.
They called back and said she was still there, or she came back.
So I was calling to find out if she was going to be getting him or not today.
From school?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I started calling like 11:30, called every half hour or so, and then
She was back and said the lobby.
finally got a hold of her
Come
at
back.
12:49.
Brian paints a picture of the domestic violence that went on between the pair.
But you've met him before?
I've
because-
met him before, yes.
Okay.
Yes. They've got a whole fun history.
Oh, really?
Oh, you guys have called over here twice.
For the two of them?
Yeah, he's been arrested like 5 times for this gangster, so.
Really? Okay, I'm not familiar with him.
So,
I haven't been here personally.
So
they have
he's currently on parole because of it, so.
Because of domestic violence with her?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, last time he got, whatever it's called, retrial something or other. He had to go to a domestic violence class.
Okay.
I know he was doing it at a parole officer, stuff like that. But I mean, like, every time she got arrested, the next day she was trying to get bailed out.
Police arrived at the scene and they found George's lifeless body next to the suitcase near the door of the apartment. They noticed he had a small cut on his lip and bruising around his eye. Sarah told officers that they could check the apartment and take her phone. This would be when her phone started to paint a different picture than the one Sarah had previously painted.
Okay, but why did you say it like that? Like,
I don't think you all understand who I am,
okay. Well, tell me.
I mean, I've always been a straight-A student. I am an outstanding mother to my son.
Okay.
I excel at everything. I would not do that.
You wouldn't lock somebody in a suitcase?
Well, I didn't, like, completely lock it. I mean, I opened it with one finger. I left enough in there for him to get out.
Okay.
And I wasn't planning on going upstairs and going to sleep.
Okay.
Is it long? Because I don't know how much I can take.
No.
Do I have to watch this? I continuously throw up. I don't sleep. I don't want to see it, if that's okay.
Well, it's on your phone, and you can either explain it or we take it for what it is.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. That's it.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
F you.
Sarah.
You.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Sarah. I can't breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Sarah. Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
That's on you.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
It's on you.
Sarah.
Real or ransom. Might want to get video for it extra. Because I got this.
Sarah.
Real or ransom.
Sarah. I can't breathe, babe.
Oh. That's what I feel like when you ching on me.
Sarah.
You.
Can't breathe, Sarah.
Yeah. You should probably shut the fuck up.
It was painful to watch George's final moments pleading for Sarah to let him out and knowing he was left there for 11 hours. It's even harder to listen to her stand and taunt George as he struggles to breathe. An autopsy was done on George, and as well as the cut on his lip and bruised eye, he had trauma to his head and long scratches down his back.
And we were informed of some injuries that he has by the doctor. So so he's got scratch marks to his back.
I know what that's from.
Okay. And it's called a contusion. Do you know what a contusion is? So, like, basically you're getting hit, and then, you know, you get a mark from it. You'll get bruising, like someone hit you or something like that. It's called a contusion. So he had some injuries to his left shoulder. He had a cut near his lip. We could see his mouth was a little
I haven't laid a hand on him.
Okay.
Also, too, he fell off my son's bike.
Okay.
So I don't know, and he's notorious for running into the wall or the hall tree. So
Okay. What about the scratches? Because there's also sex?
Yes.
Okay. Because there's also like a scratch on like the back of his neck, like kind of like going, but it's like going straight across.
I have no idea what that's from.
And they're all recent, like they occurred recently. It wasn't something that occurred post or that occurred a week ago or 2 days ago, 3 days ago. They definitely occurred, you know, the night leading up to when he was.
In all honesty, we have not gotten into it.
Okay.
That's why, like, the only thing I thought you guys were going to ask me about, which I was going to be honest with you anyway, are the scratch marks on his back.
Mhm.
Everything else, I have no idea what it is. No idea what it is. We had a good time sitting on the back porch, having wine, and smoking a couple of cigarettes, and then decided to go inside and literally paint, do puzzles, and play, and listen to music. That's why nobody got out of sorts. This is what's mind-blowing to me. Like, I have no clue. Nobody laid a hand on anybody.
Sarah originally told officers that they only shared one bottle of wine, but as the evidence against her started to build up, she tried to blame everything on the fact she couldn't remember due to drinking.
It's the drinking. That's what it is. It's the drinking. I thought it was, like, I thought he was okay. Like, I didn't,
He's telling you he's not. He's telling you, Sarah, I can't breathe. He's saying your name and you're like, that's my name, don't wear it out.
The property manager claimed she would receive regular noise complaints from neighbours of Sarah and George. It was apparent that the couple got into a lot of domestic arguments and that they both had previously been arrested because of it.
The complaints I've had throughout their whole term, roughly about 20 to 30 noise complaints, fighting, arguing, banging on doors, loud music. It was just always something pertaining to their lifestyle. I do know that I have seen both of them intoxicated as early as 9 o'clock in the morning, and I mean staggering, falling down intoxicated, both of them. There was a noise complaint that I had received about some fighting one day that was going on, and Sarah was actually wandering around the property very drunk, barefoot, not properly dressed, I'll say it like that.
In Sarah's first statement, she claimed her and George were playing hide and seek, but in her interrogation, she told officers she put George in the suitcase. According to Sarah, George willingly climbed into the suitcase and she closed it up. She told police that he had been able to stick 2 fingers out of the case, so she figured he'd have no problem freeing himself, so she went to bed thinking he would soon follow. She also said in her first statement that she only shared a bottle of wine, but then claimed to pass out because of drinking and did not remember making the video. Going off her ex-husband's statement and the property manager, it was clear they often drank, so half a bottle of wine wouldn't cause such memory loss. According to her first interaction with the officer on the scene, she said she put George in a suitcase and then went to bed and passed out, but later said in her interrogation she left George in a suitcase believing he would be able to set himself free because he could stick 2 fingers out. Due to the video on her phone and all these inconsistencies, it led to Sarah's arrest and eventually she was charged with second-degree murder.
Ma'am, good morning. Your name?
Sarah Boone.
The autopsy findings, which include significant evidence of trauma to multiple sites on the victim's body.
What do you think, guys? Was this an innocent game of hide and seek gone wrong? Or is Sarah Boone a cold-blooded killer? Let me know what you think in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching and supporting our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe and stick around for more videos. Take care of yourselves and we'll see you in the next video.